Hello and welcome to another edition of Stock Watch as we get into the middle of the trading week. Yesterday's announcement from Joe Biden, which has said that international travel rules will be relaxed quite significantly to America, has boosted a lot of the major American airlines yesterday. So we've got American Airlines, Delta and United Airlines, as well as other domestic airlines as well. They have actually risen roughly about 3 to 4% yesterday, even though they did finish slightly lower than the peak. Their share prices did finish higher than what they started off with, which was very, very significant. And we'll take a look at the charts shortly. The new plan will end broad bans on most non-citizens from entering the US from places like the EU and the UK especially. Airlines and other travel industry groups have, been pushing so much for the US to lift these restrictions for months. And funny enough, the Trump administration did initially start to put in a phase of lifting restrictions, but then that was blocked by Joe Biden when he became president just after he became president in March of last year. So we'll see what happens shortly, and we'll see if that's going to have any significant impact, as well as the announcement yesterday coming just after the summer peak, let's say, but obviously you've got winter destinations coming up as well for a lot of holiday makers. So we'll see if anything like that comes into fruition when we're looking at the stocks. So I'm just pulling this back to a yearly chart now. This is going back to the last summer, so we can see from American Airlines, first of all, the great ascension in traveling, but then we had this downturn because obviously the Delta variant was sweeping America quite significantly just as the summer began, but then we got a bit of a lift and now we're going this choppy motion. We were expecting another leg to the upside, however, due to the fact that Joe Biden did put these implications in at the beginning of the year, we haven't really seen much of a trajectory in prices. But let's just zoom in on the areas of interest like I usually do. I've got this on the daily chart as usual. So using with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, we are now just trying to pierce the bottom border of the cloud. If the prices do, then I expect another push to the upside quite significantly. And this should give us a bit more impetus for another push to these recent double peaks here. Just move this out of the way a few. So these double peaks here, roughly above the 26 range. RSI and MACD, we've got a hidden bullish divergence, probably looking like it's going to start pushing higher. That's a good indication at least. But if we bring it down the 4-hour chart as well, what's more significant is there's a bit more of an impetus to this bullish divergence as well. So we'll just bring that down. So yes, I'll just be expecting most probably another push to the upside. As you can see, the 4-hour chart indicates that we have actually pierced the top border of the Ichimoku cloud. It is quite thin here, so it's probably a little bit more easier to pierce it and go through it. So we'll just be seeing what that brings us for the rest of the trading week at least. Delta as well, just wanted to take a quick look on them because American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Delta, they're all in the same boat at the moment. They're just waiting for some clarity, and they got it yesterday. So the UK and European travel restrictions, that should help boost stocks for the rest of the year at least. This should come into fruition very, very quickly. Again, bullish divergences on both the MACD and RSI, so it's looking quite favorable to the upside. And now we're looking to see if there's going to be another push after numerous piercings of the Ichimoku cloud. But this is a definite indication that prices could start pushing higher in the near term at least. And let's just bring it down to a 4-hour chart. Always want to look at the intraday as well. And as you can see here, trading above the Ichimoku cloud now, or for the last few sessions actually, you could say it hasn't really been in trouble with being too engulfed because the cloud is very thin. So this means that, resistance and support levels are quite easy to crack. And as you can see here, there is another push to the upside yesterday. This very strong candle, it's on a 4-hour, don't forget, but this is a very strong candle at the end of the trading session indicates that when we open, we might see a bit of another push to the upside to kind of reverse these gains as well. And like American Airlines, have another push to the upside. So I'll be very bid in these American airline companies, especially as we get into, well, you could say, we are drifting away from the summer period, but you know, flights and international long haul holidays are always on the go, especially if you know, kids are breaking up from schools as well for their half term, and obviously Christmas vacations as well. So just keep an eye on that as we go into the rest of, or the back end of 2021, and as we enter the fourth quarter shortly. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll speak again tomorrow. Bye for now.